All right, hi everybody. You know, this time of year, I like to celebrate the people that I have in my life by giving them some seasoned salt. Every year I make a seasoned salt and it's different, and it kind of depends on what I've been working on that year or what I have in my spice closet. And so this year I'm making the Chinese version of salt and pepper, jianyin. And it's really pretty simple. It's kosher salt, peppercorns, and Szechuan peppercorns. But let's walk through the recipe. So to prep everything, you want to get a combination of peppercorns. You can buy something called rainbow peppercorn blend, but I kind of just make my own because it's more cost effective. So I have black peppercorns, white peppercorns, and pink peppercorns. I just want to draw your attention to these pink peppercorns. Look how pretty they are. So pretty. And they add a nice floral component to your peppercorn blend, but I just think it's just really nice looking, right? But if you mix them all together, I mix them in equal amounts, 1 to 1 to 1 ratio. But isn't that beautiful? Look at this peppercorn blend. It is so beautiful. You get all the different nuances of all the different peppercorns. Now, I also buy Szechuan peppercorns in bulk. I repotted it into this big jar here. But Szechuan peppercorns are not actually peppercorns. They are the seed berry of the prickly ash. And what happens is that it's not a spicy like peppercorns. It's numbing. You might feel it to be similar to if you had a procedure at the dentist. It sounds weird, but culinarily, that's a really interesting sensation, and the Chinese use it a lot for that numbing. And you might hear that in mala, meaning numbing and spicy. So let's prep everything here as we're getting ready. I get everything on Amazon because it's just mighty convenient for me. Look at these adorable little jars, okay? I know this is about 1/3 of a cup volume content, and it's just a really cute little jar. I prep everything up. This year, I happen to be using Morton's kosher salt. Now that has a different volume and texture than Diamond kosher salt, but as I consider this to be mostly a finishing salt or something I don't really measure, that's okay, right? But I just have this all prepped out for myself because I make these in bulk. I make about 50 of these jars to hand out. So I have the kosher salt ready, and then I have my peppercorn blend ready and the Szechuan peppercorns all ready. And now I've got out my trusty spice grinder, which is really just a coffee grinder that I use only dedicated to spicing, okay? And then I measure it out. So I'm gonna be making this in bulk. So for 2 jars worth, right, I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons of my rainbow blend, 2 tablespoons of the Szechuan peppercorns. And now let's get ready to grind. It's gonna be noisy. You can kind of tell by the sound when it's gotten to be the grind that you want. And you're looking for this kind of powdery kind of grind. It's not obliterated though. You still got some texture to it, which is kind of what I like. Now I'm just gonna put it already into a bowl that already has some stuff in it, but the ratio is the same. Ready? This is that 2 tablespoons of peppercorns, rainbow peppercorns, and 2 tablespoons of Szechuan peppercorns. Right into there. And then I'm gonna get out 1/3 of a cup, which happens to be 6 tablespoons. 1/3 of a cup of kosher salt, and another 1/3 of a cup. So 2/3 of kosher salt all day. And then I'm gonna mix it. So even though I already had some pre-made salt in there, you mix it all together and then your ratios are still right. So I get this, big bunch of this going, and then I can kind of start to jar up and make a production line. So this is the box of Morton's salt. It's coarse kosher salt. I'm using that.
And these are 1/3 cup Lee dippers. Go.
Okay, so I got some of these little silicone funnels, which are super convenient. I plop it on there, get my 1/3 of a cup because I already know it happens to be about the volume of my adorable little jar, and put it in there. Try to get most of it in there, try to spill, eek, right? Do the old jiggle jiggle, and swing top lid closed. And this is my seasoned salt for the year, my handout to my friends for 2021. Chinese salt and pepper.
So the importance of measuring the powder charge, and that looks like Herco. Except for the lightish flakes, but that looks like Herco. Nice powder charge in the case. Gotta apply the crimp, so here comes the crimp. There you go. And there's the production, all ready to go, like they're in reloading trays. And here's the second shelf, and the third shelf. These make tremendous little gifts for the holidays.